Did you know that some of the deadliest and most respected commanders of the Roman legions were not even Roman? How did warriors from distant lands come to lead the troops of the greatest empire in the world? When we think of the Roman army, we picture disciplined soldiers following orders from commanders born and raised in Rome. But over the centuries, as Rome's power expanded, so did the face of its legions. Barbarians, men who at one time were mortal enemies of the empire, began to carry the insignia of command. Not only did they adapt to Roman traditions, but they brought ideas and tactics that revolutionized the way Rome fought and won. This story is more than just about war. It's about identity, integration, and the power of adaptation. Imagine being a man from distant lands, scorned as a foreigner, who not only proved his worth on the battlefield, but also earned the respect of Roman legionaries themselves. These centurions were more than leaders. They were a living symbol of how distinct cultures could merge under the banner of Rome. But how did these barbarians rise to such prestigious positions? What challenges did they face in leading Roman soldiers who often saw them as intruders? And how did their presence change the structure of the army and even the empire itself? The answer reveals one of the most fascinating transitions in Rome's military history. Today's video explores how warriors from the farthest provinces of the empire became centurions. Discover the cultural differences that enriched the army, the challenges these leaders faced, and how they shaped the Roman legions in ways that echoed through generations. If you're passionate about stories of courage, adaptation, and the behind the scenes of the greatest empire in history, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. This helps us bring more incredible narratives like this one and keep the memory of the Roman Empire alive. When we picture the Roman legions, the image of disciplined soldiers clad in gleaming armor under the command of born and bred Romans often springs to mind. Yet, hidden within the annals of history lies a surprising truth. Many of Rome's most respected centurions hailed from beyond its borders. These were men shaped by distant cultures, wielding traditions, values, and strategies unfamiliar to the Romans they led. Far from being outsiders, they became indispensable. How did such a paradox emerge in an empire so devoted to its identity? The Roman Empire's relentless expansion brought it into contact with countless cultures, each with unique customs and warfare tactics. While Rome initially regarded these people as threats or inferiors, necessity began to shape policy. The empire's vast territories required manpower beyond what Roman citizens could supply. The solution? Recruitment from the very lands Rome had conquered. This decision introduced not just soldiers, but entirely new perspectives on leadership and strategy. What's striking is how these foreign-born centurions navigated the rigid Roman military hierarchy. Many overcame prejudice, proving their worth on the battlefield before earning command roles. Their ability to adapt was remarkable. They learned the language, mastered Roman military customs, and in some cases, exceeded the expectations placed on native commanders. But what made these individuals succeed where others faltered? As we delve deeper, the question arises, how did their unique backgrounds affect their leadership styles? Were these men mere imitators of Roman methods? Or did they introduce something revolutionary to the legions? To answer this, we must explore the unexpected contradictions at play in their stories. The idea of non-Romans leading the most disciplined military force of the ancient world seems almost contradictory. Roman society often viewed outsiders with suspicion, branding them as uncultured or inferior. Yet, these so-called barbarians not only gained command, but often earned the unwavering loyalty of the soldiers they led. How could a foreigner, steeped in traditions alien to Roman culture, win the respect of men raised to view him as an enemy? The answer lies in the stark contrast between Roman rigidity and the flexibility these foreign leaders brought to the table. Roman military strategy was founded on discipline and order, but it lacked the adaptability needed to face unconventional threats. Many barbarian leaders, having grown up in unpredictable and often hostile environments, thrived under such conditions. They introduced guerrilla tactics, ambush strategies, and even unconventional approaches to siege warfare. complementing Rome's structure methods. One striking example was their ability to integrate cultural diversity within the ranks. These centurions often acted as bridges between Roman command and local auxiliaries. Their dual heritage allowed them to communicate and motivate soldiers from various regions, fostering unity in an empire known for its fractures. But such integration wasn't without its challenges. Some Romans viewed this cultural blending as a dilution of their traditions, while others saw it as a necessary evolution for survival. Still, the paradox of their success lingers. Were these centurions merely exceptional individuals? Or did their success hint at something deeper about Rome's need to adapt? To understand this further, we need to shift our focus from contradictions to the broader shifts they signaled within the empire's military framework. As foreign-born centurions rose through the ranks, their success wasn't just a testament to personal merit. It reflected a broader transformation within the Roman military. Over time, the legions began to shift from a force rooted in Roman tradition to a more cosmopolitan entity. This change wasn't merely cosmetic. It fundamentally altered how the empire waged war and managed its sprawling territories. But was this shift a sign of Rome's strength, or a precursor to its vulnerability? These centurions brought with them not only new tactics, but also an invaluable understanding of their native regions. Their expertise extended beyond the battlefield. They advised Roman governors, negotiated with local leaders, and even quelled rebellions by leveraging their cultural ties. This level of insight gave Rome an edge in maintaining control over its provinces. Yet it also raised questions about loyalty. Could these men, with deep roots in their homelands, truly align themselves with the empire they served? Their presence also challenged long-standing notions of what it meant to be Roman. As these centurions gained respect and influence, the line between conqueror and conquered blurred. Soldiers from distant provinces began to see themselves reflected in their leaders, fostering a sense of belonging. However, not everyone welcomed this change. Traditionalists within Rome viewed the increasing reliance on barbarians as a threat to the empire's identity and core values. This growing tension hinted at a larger conflict brewing within the empire itself. How to balance tradition with the demands of an ever-expanding world. The foreign centurions embodied this conflict, their stories becoming symbols of both Rome's adaptability and its internal struggles. But what were the long-term consequences of this shift? To answer that, we must consider the lasting impact these leaders had, not just on the military, but on Rome itself. The influence of foreign-born centurions extended far beyond the battlefield. Their contributions shaped not only military strategies, but also the very fabric of Roman society. By proving that leadership could transcend cultural and geographical boundaries, they redefined what it meant to be Roman. Yet, as the empire evolved, so too did the challenges it faced. Could this cultural blending sustain Rome's dominance, or would it sow the seeds of division? These centurions often served as role models, proving that merit could outweigh ancestry. Their successes inspired other non-Roman soldiers to rise through the ranks, creating a more diverse and inclusive military. Over time, this diversity became one of Rome's greatest strengths. The legions were no longer a homogeneous force. They were a mosaic of cultures, each contributing unique strengths to the empire's campaigns. However, this inclusivity also had unintended consequences. As the lines between Roman and non-Roman blurred, questions about loyalty and identity grew louder. Could an empire built on conquest and assimilation survive without a clear sense of itself? The very leaders who strengthened the military inadvertently exposed its vulnerabilities, as cracks in Rome's unity became harder to ignore. This paradox left an indelible mark on history. Foreign-born centurions symbolized Rome's ability to adapt, but they also underscored the fragility of an empire that relied so heavily on those it once deemed outsiders. Their stories are a testament to resilience, ambition, and the complexities of identity in a world of constant change. But was this blending of cultures truly a strength, or did it mark the beginning of the end for Rome's iron grip on the ancient world? Could the empire's greatest innovation also have been its greatest undoing? If you're intrigued by how Rome's integration of foreign-born centurions reshaped its military and society, then you won't want to miss the story of Tarquin the Immortal. His undefeated record on the battlefield has sparked legends of immortality. Was it his unmatched skill, sheer luck, or something more? Dive into this fascinating tale and discover the truth behind the warrior who defied death time and time again. Click now to uncover the myth and mystery of Tarquin and see how he pushed the limits of what was possible in the Roman world.